On the evening of July 1, 2020, a crime occurred in the Mexican city of Culiacán that shocked the entire country. 18-year-old Lydia Anda Beltran was kidnapped practically from her own home. It happened right in front of her grandmother, who was unable to do anything. From that moment, a story began that would lead to one of the most brutal murders in the region. Lydia was born in 2002 and spent her entire life in Culiacán in the state of Sinaloa. She lived with her grandmother because she barely communicated with her mother. Like many teenagers, she enjoyed spending time with friends, going out, and attending parties. She was described as an outgoing and bright girl who had many acquaintances, but her circle of friends would ultimately become her downfall. At one of the parties, Lydia met three girls, Paula, Kelly, and Arandi. They quickly got along and began spending time together. It seemed like an ordinary friendship, but behind it was something far more dangerous. On June 30th, 2020, Lydia went to another party. After it ended, the group decided to continue the night. They drove around the city, talked, and eventually stayed overnight at a friend's place. The night passed calmly. No one suspected that everything would change the very next day. On July 1, Kelly claimed that her jewelry had gone missing. She started calling her friends and accusing them of theft. Tension quickly escalated. Soon, Paula suggested to solve the problem. She claimed she had acquaintances who could make the Vinomni confess. That same evening, around 6:30 p.m., someone knocked on Lydia's door. Paula and Kelly were standing outside. They looked angry and demanded answers. Under pressure and fear, Lydia couldn't handle it. She pointed to another girl, Itzel. But that wasn't enough. They forced her into a car and took her to figure things out. When they arrived, the situation quickly spiraled out of control. Threats began, screaming, violence. Lydia couldn't bear what was happening anymore, and at some point, she took the blame upon herself. She said that the jewelry was with her. The girls immediately took her back home. They searched her belongings and found part of the jewelry. Lydia was terrified and offered to compensate everything, but that wasn't enough for them. They forced her into the car again and drove away. That was the last time her grandmother saw her alive. When Lydia's mother learned what had happened, she immediately contacted the police. The names of the suspects were provided. The next day, another horrifying discovery was made. A completely burned body was found in an empty lot. It was so badly damaged that even the gender could not be determined. An investigation began. The police quickly identified the suspects. Within a few days, Paula, Kelly, and Arandi were arrested. But the main question remained unanswered. What happened to Lydia? The answer came 2 weeks later. DNA results confirmed the body belonged to Lydia Anda Beltran. The truth was horrifying. After a brutal beating, the girl was covered with a flammable substance and set on fire. The investigation revealed that everything started with an accusation of theft, but ended in cold-blooded murder. The trial lasted a long time. One of the accused tried to avoid responsibility. Another went into hiding, but in the end, the court delivered its verdict. The main Vinomni received 50 years in prison. Her accomplice received more than 24 years. One of the participants got a lesser sentence, but even that did not bring Lydia back. Her family continued to fight for justice. They protested, demanding punishment for everyone involved, because for them, this was not just a case, it was a loss. Lydia was described as a kind and cheerful girl, a person who simply was in the wrong place with the wrong people. And this story is a reminder of how dangerous the wrong connections can be. Sometimes trust can cost a life. Friends, what do you think about this story? Write your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss new real stories.